I was 4 years old when my mother sent me to the hospital with an open wound in my head. Yeah, ouch. To be fair, my memories from that day are foggy, at best. An empty bottle of whiskey on the floor, a sharp coffee table corner, the sound of my mother's drunken screams. Then, nothing. If I had to guess why I was the lucky winner of such a fun childhood, I would tell you some people are just born with it. Bad luck, I mean. Hazel eyes stare back at me in the mirror before I slide my gaze away from the scar marring the right side of my hairline. I have much bigger and more pressing issues to worry about now than a past I can't fix. Kyle presses play for the 4th time in a row, and Tchaikovsky's harmonic notes fill the room. My friend's voice drifts over to me. Let's do it one more time for good measure. He doesn't bother asking if I'm ready to go, because he already knows the answer is always a hell yes. As the music flows within me, I tune out everything else. Kyle dancing behind me on the bar, the bustling Norcastle streets below the high-rise studio, the curious stares from the office building across the street. I had the choreography, the whole 6 minutes, memorized on the first day, and now the movements are second nature. Adagio, turns, plié, tendu, rond de jambe, petit allegro, grand allegro, repeat. I feel free, reborn in my dark blue leotard and pink tights, as I always do in the studio. My wings aren't on my back, they're on my feet. The music ends and another Tchaikovsky classic begins. An extra pas deux I'll be filming with Kyle for his own audition, and I ignore the way my leg whines in discomfort. One day, just one more day of practicing, and then I can finally rest. When we're done, he lets out a breathless sound that resembles a choke more than an actual word. Okay, he says, wiping the sweat off his brow with the back of his hand, and looks at me like I've grown a second head. You want to go again, don't you? I shrug, because the truth is, I could. I want to, and I could. But Kyle has been dancing with me for hours. He looks a second away from passing out and not waking up for 3 months straight. So I smile at him and say, I'm cool. I think we're ready for tomorrow. Damn right we are. He claps me on the shoulder as he passes by to retrieve his phone from the plug-in speaker he brought to the studio. He's right. I was born for this, and so was he. There's no doubt in my mind we'll nail the audition tape tomorrow. And when we get called in for the in-person audition next month, not if, when, we'll nail it again. Because that's what we do. Dancing is all I was ever born to do. I rented Studio 54 at 10 in the morning tomorrow. Remember that. He tells me again, as if I'd ever forget. He gets an eye roll for that. I'll be there at 9:30. Don't forget your leg warmers. I point to the ground before he rushes to put them inside his bag. Bring me a snack tomorrow, pretty please. One of those peanut butter bars you make. I give him the puppy dog eyes that always work on my brother. Sure, he says, but he's too busy browsing through his daily 20-something chat requests to look my way. All from a new dating app he swore he would never sign up for, the liar. I smirk on the inside. See you tomorrow, Mads. Love you. Love you too. I blow him a kiss, but the heathen doesn't spare me a second glance as he waves goodbye, his eyes glued to a six-pack on his phone. I can see all the way from here. Whatever. Kyle has been one of my best friends for the past 4 years, and I couldn't love him more. Which is a good thing, because I'll be seeing more of him from now on.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.